Well, we've been running around trying to find out where, when, and how to get the COVID virus vaccines. Our Arizona legislature has been very busy trying to suppress our voting rights. I thought you might want to know about that. But first, here's the big picture. Republicans, both nationally and in Arizona, are very bent out of shape after having lost the presidential election. And that doesn't even come close to describing how Trump supporters are feeling. So in battleground states, Arizona, Florida, Texas, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, Republicans have been dropping voter suppression tactics that make guessing how many gumballs are in a big jar before you're allowed to vote seem like kid stuff. But they're not kidding. For example, if you're part of the 80% of Arizona voters who like voting by mail, they're trying to stop it entirely. Why? Because voting by mail increases voter turnout, and that helps Democrats. Reducing the voter turnout helps Republicans. That's why Donald Trump spent so much time telling us that it's dangerous to vote by mail. If you like having the convenience of having a lot of places where you can drop off your ballot, not just a precinct located inside an elementary school on Election Day, one legislator wants to cut it way down to just a handful. Combine that with doing away with vote by mail, and what you get is the return of those ridiculously long lines to vote. Now we have about a month of early voting, but there's proposals to cut that down to about a week. And if you don't vote in a few elections for any reason, like you don't like any of the candidates or you just don't feel like it, you'd be prime target for being purged from the list of registered voters. That's the ultimate voter suppression. Now here's a nightmare. Some or worse of this is going to wind up on Governor Ducey's desk, where he'll have a chance to protect your voting rights by vetoing this nonsense. Or not. Let's hope he chooses wisely. In the meantime, Congress is working on new voting rights. Here's some of what that would do. Voting by mail would be guaranteed. At least 15 days of early voting would be required. We'd have automatic voter registration. Because the government works for us, we don't work for the government. And just to take the guesswork out of what we can expect from presidential candidates, they'd be required to show us the last 10 years of their tax returns, whether they're being audited or not. This proposed law is called H.R. 1, and it's already passed the U.S. House of Representatives. Now it's awaiting action in the United States Senate, where our two U.S. Senators, Mark Kelly and Kyrsten Sinema, will get to vote on whether it becomes law or not.